In this video, I'm going to basically go over everything you need to know to become a Dollar General penny shopper. If you are already a penny shopper and you've never really researched the topic, this video may also be helpful for you. Penny shopping is like couponing. If you have all the information, you can be really successful. If you just have a little bit of the information, you can still probably do pretty well, but it definitely will help you if you know all the ins and outs and why things are the way they are. I urge you to watch it when you have time, to really watch it all the way through. You may even want to take some little notes. I'm going to go through basically from the beginning to the end everything you need to know and where you should go to find what's a penny and what's not. Dollar General basically has core items in their store, and these items are there all throughout the year, and they're never going to penny. There's things that you buy in July, the same things you need to buy in January. So these are things like personal care items, diapers. The items that we get couponing are most likely not going to get when you're penny shopping. There are some seasonal items that they move in that will become a penny. So we're going to be able to tell the difference in what items are going to become a penny and what items are not going to become a penny based on the tag. Now this is just a rule of thumb. Sometimes there are some exceptions to that rule, but in order to give you guys basic knowledge, most of the penny items will have a year and a colored dot or star on them, and we're going to go over that later in the video. These are not going to be items like body wash and makeup and diapers and things like that. So if you go into Dollar General and you look around, you're going to be able to tell what items are seasonal. Usually they put them all together, like in their own aisle. Is every item that is going to turn into a penny has a sell cycle in the store. This item is going to go from full price, and it's going to stay at full price for usually quite a long time, almost always at least a year, sometimes 2 or 3 years. Then after the item has been discontinued and Dollar General decides they're no longer going to sell the item, it starts going through its sell cycle. So first it will go to something small like 10% off or 20% off, and it'll go to 35% off to 50% off to 75% off, finally to 90% off, and then a penny. So when these items become a penny, that always happens on a Tuesday. For whatever reason, if there are any items that are going to penny, it does happen on a Tuesday. So Tuesday is going to be the best day to look for penny items. A couple of days, or at least the day before the item is to go to a penny, Dollar General employees get a list of items that they are to remove from the shelf. So Dollar General employees get this list of items typically on Mondays. So sometimes, even though the employees are directed to move these items off the shelf, usually they send them back to corporate or just simply throw them in the dumpster. Sometimes the employees either just neglect to pull the items off the shelf, maybe they get busy and they don't have time to pull them off the shelf, or they just can't find the item and they move on. So that's great for us as penny shoppers, because then Tuesday mornings or weeks or days or months later, we go in the store and we're able to actually find those items and purchase them for a penny. It is actually in the Dollar General policy that the employees are to sell the items to customers as long as they are on the Dollar General floor. So you cannot go back in the back stock room at Dollar General, find some items and try to purchase them. They have to actually be on the sales floor, on a shelf, or in the floor, in a bin, wherever that might be. Sometimes these items may be even moved to the clearance section of the store. This is definitely something that you're going to have to look high and low. It's almost like a treasure hunt. When items do become a penny, they stay a penny for quite some time, usually at least months, but eventually some items do reset and go back to full price. So it's important, if you're a penny shopper, that you pay very close attention to what is still a penny and what's not a penny. This is where you're going to want to utilize penny shopping groups on Facebook or Instagram, or even penny shopping websites. Another important thing to remember when you're penny shopping is that things may not happen all across the United States at the same time. Sometimes the East Coast things will go to 50% off, and sometimes in California that same item may still only be at 25% off. There's a lot of studying to be done before you go shopping. I spend almost more time looking through the penny shopping groups on Facebook as I do in the store shopping. It's very important to go through and see what people have purchased and showed their receipt and confirmed is a penny. Basically, what you're going to want to do is create a file on your cell phone of all the recent penny items. Just screenshot those so you have a couple of items to look for while you're in store. Now, there are some clues that are going to give you a really good idea of what items are a penny and what's not a penny. So these clues are going to be things like the colored dot on the front of the tag of the item and the year located somewhere also on the tag. So this particular item is just a little bracelet that I picked up at Dollar General today. I actually got 10 penny items from Dollar General today. They're just random accessories. They do have a pink dot on the front of the tag. This item particularly does not have a year on the back, but for the most part the items usually say something like F15 or FA15 or SS15, and what that stands for is like fall 2015. SP is spring 2015. PLE stands for the season and the year. It's going to be really important that you pay attention to detail. So these items that I picked up today with the pink dot on the tag, those are a penny. But there are some other bracelets and things that have a pink dot, and they actually are stapled on the tag, and those are not a penny. So basically, if you go into Dollar General and you're looking for items with a pink dot that are accessories, if they have a staple on the tag, they're not a penny. If they do not have a staple, then they are in fact a penny. So it's just little details like that that you're going to need to pay attention to. Right now there are also some socks that are a penny, that if they have a gray box around them, then they're a penny. If they don't have the gray box, they're not a penny. So again, this is why it's so important to take screenshots of what you see in groups, penny shopping groups, that is a confirmed penny. The only thing you need to be kind of wary of is sometimes when you're in groups, people will maybe accidentally post an item and say it's a penny, but they don't show a receipt. So if you are following a particular group, make sure it's one that kind of enforces that if people are confirming something is a penny item, they do have to show the receipt to confirm that it is in fact a penny. Since the employees are instructed to take the items off the floor after they're discontinued and they become a penny, it's always suggested that you do not talk about penny items while you're in the store or to the Dollar General employees. When I first started penny shopping, I kind of thought this rule was a little bit ridiculous, honestly, because I felt like if I go up to the counter and I purchase 20 items that are a penny, they're going to know I'm penny shopping. Later on, the more I penny shopped, the longer I've kind of learned that it's just something that you should not talk about. I think it's okay to tell your friends if you want, but you just have to be aware. The more people in your area that know about penny shopping, the less items you're going to get. And again, that's a reason why people get really upset when you talk about penny items, because they don't want to share those deals with other people. It's amazing to be able to walk into a store and buy 50 items for 50 cents. Also, you should never call the Dollar General corporate office and complain about penny items. So this is something that Dollar General has done for quite some time. It's not illegal. They don't mind if you go in there and find them, but obviously if people are calling them multiple people on a daily basis and complaining that, for whatever reason, an item that they thought was a penny was not a penny, and they're calling Dollar General corporate office and wasting their time, then they could just stop the items from going to a penny altogether. Even though it does say in the Dollar General handbook that they are to sell you items that you found for a penny, sometimes you'll run into cashiers, employees, or managers that give you reasons why you shouldn't buy the item for a penny. Sometimes they'll tell you that you can't, the item was discontinued. They may tell you that they get in trouble if you buy penny items. Since I've been penny shopping for quite a while, over time they've just gave me some crazy excuses. This doesn't happen every time I buy penny items, and for the most part, really, I think it's only happened maybe 4 or 5 times. But just to be safe, you're going to want to screenshot that Dollar General policy where it does say that they are to sell you the penny items. You're going to want to screenshot it or print it out and have it with you every single time you go to the store. We talked about reading tags and knowing when what dot or star color each item is. For the most part, those items penny altogether. For example, if you're watching this video August 2017, right now all pink dot accessories are a penny. There are some exceptions to that rule. If they're stapled on the tag, it is not a penny. There are gray dot socks that are a penny. Those are from 2015. Purple dot home items like cups and shower curtains and things like that, those are a penny right now. What you're going to want to do is start following these penny shopping groups. I definitely recommend that you follow them and study them every single day for at least a week or two before you attempt to go penny shopping. So what you're going to want to do is find a few items that others have bought in that group or website that you're on and screenshot those. Just 4 or 5. Don't go crazy and screenshot everything because you're just going to get overwhelmed and confused. So pick 4 or 5 items and go into the store. Try to find those 4 or 5 items. You don't have to do anything to get the item to ring up for a penny. You just simply put it up and the cashier scans it and it rings up a penny, and there you go. Nothing else has to be done. Also, since most of you guys who watch me are couponers, if there is a coupon, whether it's digital or paper, it will work as long as it's for that particular item. It will work on penny items. So feel free to get plenty of overage using coupons on penny items. If something does happen and you need to call corporate for some reason, like an employee was very rude to you or something like that, just try not to mention that you were in the store looking for penny items. Just a little story, once I did go and find a shower curtain that was a penny, and the manager of the store actually picked the trash can up over the counter and threw my shower curtain in the trash can. So I did call corporate because it was extremely rude how she treated me while I was in the store, and there was a line full of people. So I called corporate and just told them that I accidentally found the item in the clearance section. I didn't know it was a penny, but after I got home, I told them I read the policy, and it does say that they are to sell me the penny items. Why was she so rude? Dollar General actually ended up giving me a $25 gift card. So the point is, if you call corporate, just don't mention that you are penny shopping. So if you do go and you have a bad experience, before you call corporate, there are a few things that you can do. Since we don't want to aggravate corporate and have them stop penny items altogether, You could call another Dollar General in the area and ask them for the district manager's phone number. So if you're at the Dollar General and they're being rude to you, they're probably not going to want to give you the district manager's phone number. So it's just a good idea to just Google on your phone and phone number for the next Dollar General store. Ask them who the district manager is. It'll probably be the same district manager for the store you're at. And then just call the district manager while you're still in the store. Try to do that before you go home. If you can't, you of course can go home, but if you have to go home without getting your penny items, at least take a picture of the items that you had. If the district manager is then of no help to you, then go ahead and call corporate and tell them that they were rude to you or whatever the problem was. But again, try not to mention penny items. We don't want to stop penny shopping altogether. So every time you go penny shopping, you're probably not going to find 100 items. It just depends. Keep in mind sometimes, especially when you're just starting out, you're probably not going to find a ton of items. It may be something that you just find here and there. It really depends on the stores in your area, how hardworking the employees are, how busy the store is, how old the store is, and things like that. If it's a brand new Dollar General, you're probably not going to find penny items at that store. If it's a really messy store, sometimes that's a really good signal. What I like to do is go on what I call a penny shopping adventure. I'll literally get in my car and drive like an hour away from home and just go to all the Dollar Generals in the area. I seem to have the best luck at the Dollar Generals that are not in the city. So in the more rural areas, even if I have to drive just a little bit to get to them, it's usually definitely worth going to them. So here's a little cheat sheet that I put together for you guys. These are the current penny items that I'm looking for. So we have Gray Star socks, Pink Dot accessories, Yellow Star toys, and Purple Dot home items. Purple Dot is the newest penny item that we have, so it's probably going to be the most likely penny item that you can find. So it's probably a really good place to start. Remember to go to Facebook groups. Make sure that they are penny shopping groups, of course, and that they are beginner friendly. All the groups are not beginner friendly, so it's very important to make sure you're in a beginner friendly group that doesn't mind if you ask questions. Go to the group, screenshot 4 or 5 items that people have found recently, and while you're at Dollar General, just look for these items. Here's my little penny haul for today. I have found so much more than this though, guys. Almost everything I own I got for a penny, even some of my t-shirts and stuff like that. Particularly one of my favorite things to find is rugs. I love penny rugs. Also, I've gotten shower curtains and all my bowls and cups and things like that. A lot of wall art, and there is some wall art now for a penny and really inexpensive. So just keep motivated about it, guys. I know sometimes if you don't find things right away, it can be a little bit discouraging, but especially if you're couponing at Dollar General, keep on the lookout for these items. And thank you guys so much for watching. I believe that pretty much covers everything. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments of this video, as well as anything you might want to add if you're already a penny shopper. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. And if you like penny shopping videos, please give this video a thumbs up. It really gives me an idea of what you guys like and what you don't like.